Welcome to Auction version 4, the latest event management software tool from Auction Systems. In this video in the Tips and Tricks series, I will show you how to add images to a project so that they can be reproduced on various documents that are available in Auction. There are three distinct types of images that can be added to a project: overall project images, item images associated with specific items, and name images associated with specific household or company records. It's important that before adding an image to a project, the resolution of the image should be no greater than what will be absolutely needed. The higher resolution an image is, the more memory needed to reproduce it on a document. If you have a project image like a logo or a letterhead that you want to reproduce on every invoice or bid sheet, when attempting to print invoices or bid sheets in batch, if the image has too high a resolution, each individual document will need a lot of memory. If your computer or print buffer doesn't have the capacity to handle the memory required, not only will the print fail, but it may cause Auction to shut down entirely. The rule of thumb is that 100 pixels translates to about 1 inch for an image that you wish to reproduce in good quality. In better or best quality, the image will be slightly smaller than an inch. Good quality is really completely sufficient for most images that you wish to reproduce on paper. Let's say you have a restaurant logo that you want to reproduce on the bid sheet for that item. The logo is rectangular and you want the image to appear at the top of the bid sheet and be around 2 inches high and 2.5 inches wide. Before adding this image to your project, you need to make sure this logo image is resized to be no more than 200 pixels high by 250 pixels wide. You may want your letterhead to appear across the top of your statements. This letterhead artwork needs to appear about a ½ inch high, but spread 7.5 inches across the top of the page. This height in pixels would be 50 pixels, and the width would be 750 pixels. The total height and width added together would be 800 pixels. Before you can add an image to your project, you must first have the image saved as a file somewhere on your computer or on a USB flash drive that is plugged into the USB port on the computer. Project images are usually the logo for your organization, letterhead artwork, or the logo for the specific event. Since you can have multiple project images to reproduce on different documents, you can also add an image for a specific category of an item and reproduce that at the top of the bid sheet for just the items in that category. The possibilities are endless. Project images can be reproduced on almost any document such as the catalog, invoices, statements, bid sheets, etc. The easiest way to add an image is to use Windows Explorer, your computer file system, to locate the image. Right-click on the file name of the image and choose Copy. Then, to add the image to the project as a project image, go to Settings on the main Home task ribbon and choose Project Settings. Open the Project Images panel and click Paste File. This will add the image to the project, and in this column next to the image you will see how big the image can be reproduced in inches in good quality. Remember, the size should be no bigger than what you need, and if adding the height and the width in inches gives you a number greater than 8 inches, this image is really too big. Delete the image, resize it, and add in the smaller image. An image can also be saved for a specific item. Only one image can be saved per item. Sometimes an item image may be appropriate on a bid sheet or the catalog. Restaurant gift cards or tickets to an event or amusement park are the types of items that could benefit from an image because often the only thing on a silent item table is the bid sheet. Save the logo of the restaurant or amusement park as an item image and then include that image on the bid sheet for the item. Print the bid sheet in color and you automatically have something of visual interest on a table to attract bidders. The image can also be reproduced in the catalog. To add an image to an item in the item entry screen, scroll down to the bottom and click the Image button to enable the image panel for this item. The image must be saved to the computer or on a flash drive inserted in the computer. Copy the image and paste it here or browse to the image to find it. Once the image is brought into the project, you can see how big it can be reproduced. If this image is too high a resolution, clear the image and resize it before adding it again. Images can also be associated with a name record, and only one image per household or company record is allowed. You may want to include the logo of a sponsor on a table placard or in the catalog. You can also include the donor's logo on a bid sheet for all the items the donor donated. Some organizations may want to include the name image on a name tag. For example, the event you're having is a class reunion. Save an old yearbook picture as the name image and include it on the name tag for that person. To save an image in a household or company record, scroll down to the bottom of the name entry panels and enable the Name Image panel. Paste file or browse to the location of the image saved on your computer or flash drive just like you do for a project image or an item image. Notice that the size the image can be reproduced appears here. This image is actually a little higher resolution than would be needed. This image is 569 by 640 pixels, which could be reproduced up to 5.69 inches by 6.4 inches in good quality, which is much bigger than I would ever need. I would clear this image and then resize it. In the next tutorial in this series, I will show you how to resize an image before adding it to your project. Thank you for joining us.